Welcome everyone to an epic game between Arubberduckofwar as the Norscans going up against Chad Thorgrim as the Dowie. So for the Son of the Mountains legend here in the front line, 2 units of blasting charging miners to really help delete all that cheap and cheerful chaff, backed up here by the warriors of Dragonfire Pass. The fire axe wielding legends here with the bonuses infantry and 50 melee defense here is going to be super strong in the front line. Here, the Scolder Guard, the regiment of renowned Iron Drakes, 125 armor, magic fire, and physical resistance, making these one of the tankiest range units in the game. On the flanks, we are going to have 2 units of the Flamethrower Iron Drakes, backed up here by the triple artillery, with the double bolt throwers and a unit of cannons. In the back, we are going to have the double slayers to take down all of those big monsters, and the double elite infantry hammers with that bucket loads of armor piercing. For the Lord Choice, we are, of course, going to be having Thorgrim Grudgebearer, the High King, leading hopefully the Dowie here to victory, with Stand Your Ground, the Oath of Vengeance, the Great Book of Grudges, and of course, High King. So for a Arubberduckofwar here, we are going to have the double Norscan Warhounds, one in either corner. In the front here, the Marauder Horsemen and a unit of the Marauder Horse Masters, backed up by 5 cheap units of the Marauders in the front line for the infantry, and in the back for the monsters, we are going to have the gorgeous double War Mammoths. Here, the Warshrine variant, going to be coming here with the Favour of the Ruinous Power, and also the Giver of Glory. This thing is one of the most gorgeous units in the game, and with that anti-infantry and armor piercing, could be an absolute menace here up against the Dowie. So the Shaman Sorcerer of Metal here as the choice, with the Final Transmutation as the only spell, but a very, very strong one indeed. In the middle, we are going to have the hero, which is the Skinwolf Workin, with the Ruinous Flesh here, giving armor and missile resistance in a 30-meter radius, Frenzy, and also Regeneration as the extra abilities. So, for the Lord Choice, we are going to have the Terrifying Troll here, which is Throg, with the Wintertooth Crown, Fight or Die, as those nice bonuses to leadership, and also melee attack. So this here was built part of a 1-build battle royale from Arubberduckofwar's channel. So what happens is both sides here had to come with 1 army for the entirety of the tournament and had to use it against any other faction here in the game. And this absolute madness did bring both of these builds here into the semi-finals and on livestream, but I saw it and knew that I had to cast it. So what we can see here, the Marauder Horse Masters and the Marauder Horsemen coming on the flanks, but we are ready here with the nice Iron Drake Flamethrowers. We do the doggos in the trees, ready to get it in, and maybe try and see if we can shut down some of these bolt thrower crews. Now here in the middle, we do have, of course, 3 of them ready to go to shoot here up against the War Mammoths. These juicy targets, 10,500 HP, but that's going to be a lot there to really thump through. So you can see the bolt throwers are going to be shooting the Marauders in the front line. Blasting charges should do the rest here as they come in. Now we can see here, travelling forward, the Marauder Horsemen most likely going to be seeing the juicy targets of the Slayers. Of course, here we are going to be having 0 armor. So those Javelins, although they have no armor piercing, have some brilliant missile strength. And look at the flames coming down here, scorching up against the Marauder Horsemen. 35 models, that deletes 10 of them here, all in that quick succession. Now we can see more flamethrowers at the back here, shooting up against the Horse Masters, losing 5 models as well. Looks like that armor is going to save a couple of extra models, but here the Iron Drakes do some beautiful damage. In the back, we are going to see the Slayers chasing off against the War Mammoth. The Norscan Warhounds do charge in, creating a blockade here to release the beast. And we can see in the middle, those Tarks are going to be swinging back and forward, charging downtown up against the Bolt Thrower, moving all artillery pieces and the cannon crews. Throg Daddy here is going to be chasing the back up against Thorgrim Grudgebearer. A massive hit there to the face and an axe to counter. And so we are going to be fighting, moving in as well here with the caster. But what we can see here, Slayers as well as the Scolder Guard moving in, with also here Stand Your Ground, melee defense and leadership are going to be bonusing to push off Throg. In the middle, we are going to have the Skinwolf working, the Oath of Vengeance used, bringing it down to 8 melee defense. This lasts for a massive 44 seconds, one of the best debuff abilities in the game. Now, we are going to be seeing here magic coming out of the Shaman Sorcerer. We might even see, yes, an Overcast Final Transmutation, catching Thorgrim, the Slayers, as well as the Scolder Guard and the Artillery crew. That's going to get terrified here by the big, juicy Mammoth, who's actually going to shatter one of the bolt throwers early doors. Really nice push here in the back coming in from Arubberduckofwar, and now we're going to be clearing up here with the Norscan Warhounds and the Marauders. That's the other bolt thrower does fall, so that's going to be all artillery pieces down. And oh no! As well as we're going to be licking the wounds in the back here with the Skin Wolf working. We do trap here up against the Shaman Sorcerer. We can see that Thorgun Grudgebearer is going to be coming in. Big hits from him as we take down the Shaman Sorcerer. Negative 47, negative 30 leadership, negative 82. That is going to be a shutter and a fall here from the final transportation caster. We actually see the Skin Wolf working, Throg, and also the Mammoth here coming into Butcher up against Thorgun Grudgebearer. He's going to be in a world of pain, down to 1,700 health, and in a very, very sore spot indeed. In the middle here, the Scolder Guard alongside some hammers trying to take down the big War Mammoth War Shrine. We are going to see flamethrowers in the back scorching up against these beautiful beasts. Slayers are going to return to the battlefield here to try and see if they can bring down the almighty Mammoth. But in the back here, yeeting a Dowie here for meters as we do go in with the Skin Wolf working, trying to take down these heavily armored Iron Drakes. In the middle, we are going to have Throg here fighting alongside his Mammoths, butchering and terrifying here up against the High King. He's going to get running away here. We can see 59 health for him. Is he going to fall, though, under the might of this big Mammoth? It looks like here he is going to charge for a fight. Are we going to get the hit? And the High King does fall here off his mighty throne. Although he may be extremely powerful in lore here today, he does fall to the might of the Norscans. A big slam here with the hammer coming in from Throg, charging up against the Scolder Guard as we rip apart this nice Regiment of Renown unit here in the middle. The AP going off the battlefield is going to be so huge, and a big win here for Ducky and the Norscans. Moving in here, we are going to have Grombrindal with these Slayers trying to take down the big beasties. Now what we can see, wavering in the pocket, 2,800 health there for the War Mammoth, and the second here at 4.5. In the back, Marauders backed up here by the Marauder Horsemen, taking on the Iron Drakes, but 125 armor with a lack of AP here is going to be so difficult. We can see the War Mammoth, though, does come in. The Winterdude Crown and Fight or Die here, given by Throg. That's going to make them unbreakable and give that extra melee attack that is so needed here to rip apart these heavily armored and high melee defense units. In the middle, we are going to have Hammers fighting up against Marauders. That's certainly going to be a big win here for the Armoured Boys. The AP can certainly thump very hard against a lot of the units here from the Norscan roster. In the back, we are going to have the double Norscan Warhounds fighting alongside the double Marauders and the Skin Wolf working. Skin Wolf working has some brilliant AP values, but it looks like he's going to drop back. He's going to lick his wounds. He's going to regenerate here just a little bit and allow Balance of Power to keep pushing here further and further. And no! No, the big beautiful beast falls here to the Slayers. They take them down, these big anti-large beasts. Take down this gorgeous thing. But it looks like it is going to fall here, and my god, did it do some good punishment. But here we are going to see healing from both of the Lord and Hero here in the back. Going to get that regeneration going nice and juicy. Now, Grombrindal is an excellent Dwarven main, and he knows he needs to keep these forces nice and tight together. Of course, we are going to have the mobility advantage in droves here coming in from the Norscans. The War Mammoths, as well as the double Lord and Hero here with the Marauder Horsemen in the back, are just going to be so quick. They can whip around the battlefield and isolate units. We can see here in the back the miners going to be on their own. We can certainly see these getting abused here, unfortunately. If they do break, there's going to be no support here coming from the rest of the Dwarven forces. Over here, the miners are going to be broken again, so it's just going to be this main force. Double Hammerers mixing in here alongside the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass. Double Slayers coming in as well. It looks like here we are going to be shooting the Marauder Horsemen. Ducky knows certainly we need to take care of these Slayers. 11 models and 9. There's going to be 20 in total, but they're not super healthy. 420 and 450 is the health, and we are going to move in here. Maybe a bit of a card effects here with the Skin Wolf working. Trying to see if we can push everything on as well. Here with the Mammoth coming in the back, it is going to split the Dwarven forces. So the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass going to take from the double regenerating heroes. So it's going to be pretty good there for them. Of course, that fire damage is going to have a weakness there against regen. But here in the back, we are see Slayers and Hammers trying to see if they can pop on the back of the War Mammoth. He's going to be pulling them out. And look at this. We're now going to start to split the Dwarven forces. But now we're going to charge back here with the Hammers. It kind of happens a lot in the game here. You're going to see that they get this really long line. And, I don't know why this quite happens, but we can see here this is going to be abused here by the War Mammoth, I'm sure. If he gets in, he's going to be able to hit all the way down that line. I don't know quite why the game does this, but, it's going to be what it is. And let's have a look here. Yeah, this is exactly what I expected. We are going to see those tusks absolutely ripping apart the long line of the Hammers. That's going to be a terrifying. That is going to be army losses. GG's and well played to the Norscan forces that was certainly put up against all of that nice, big, armor-piercing range. A very strong, fantastic game here between both of these Chads. Chad builds indeed. These were certainly memes upon memes, and it was amazing to cast. What a game. Really well played to Chad Thorgrim. He definitely had the right tools here to do the job, but Ducky came in like an absolute storm and ripped apart that backline range. But let's take a look. 627 there for Thorgrim Grunchbearer, 380 and 390 for the Minds of Blasting Charges, 760 as well here for the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass. Bit of a shame we don't see those more in the multiplayer scene. They're such a fun unit. 1,670, 1,470 there for the Slayers. A very nice work indeed, with 1,760 and 800 here from the Hammerers. Yet again, more great work. 350 and 680 there for the Iron Drakes. Normally do very well up against lightly armoured sort of units. So that's going to be Horsemen, that's going to be Marauders, but of course there for the majority, they just had so much mobility, or just ginormous mammoths up in their face, and there was just unfortunately not too much they could do. They were getting punished all game. 840 for the Scold Guard, yet again another awesome unit that we just never see, because they're far too expensive for what they really bring to the battlefield. All that AP is brilliant, but they have a reduction on range, and the AP can just be brought by Thunderers with an extra 145. So I think here the Scold Guard are a very, very cool unit, but it was nice to see them brought here today. Bolt throws at 165, 130, and 270 there for the cannons. They got shot down excellently there by a Rubber Duck of War. Great game and a brilliant victory indeed. We're going to see 1,600 there for Throg, 850 just from one overcast final transmutation. Excellent work, almost indefinitely paying for himself. 960 for the Skinned Wolf Workim. 540, 100, 170, 230 and 420 for the Marauders, with 630 and 520 for the Horse Masters. 330 and 250 there for the Norsca Warhounds, 87 kills, 1,500 from the War Mammoth, and also 124 kills for 2,300. So that's going to be 3,800 here combined for the double War Mammoth Warshrines. And as much as you might call this memey, this certainly worked very hard today. 10,500 HP is certainly no joke. What an awesome game here between both of these legends. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please smash that like button. It really helps here on the channel. And if you haven't already, do feel free to leave a comment. I'd love to know all your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, do feel free to subscribe as well. It really does help the channel grow here. And check out that description. You can find all my other social media platforms, including Twitter and Twitch. But most importantly, you can check out that Discord, where you can find all of my content I ever do here, which will be for the multiplayer and single player here, coming for Warhammer 2 and Warhammer 3. And you can also find maybe some Age of Empires content, my leagues and tournaments that go on a weekly basis, and that replays for casting section, where you can leave videos just like this one, which you can hopefully see here in the future on the channel. So other than that, I've been your boy Logic. Take care of yourself during these times, and I'll see you all very, very soon.